The Chief Justice, the Honourable Anthony Gates. The Chairman of the Board of Leadership Fiji, Mr. William Parkinson, and his good wife. Members of the Board of Leadership Fiji, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the United States of America to Fiji, Ambassador Justin Jioji, and the Deputy High Commissioner of New Zealand, Mr. Brandon. Participants of Leadership Fiji program for 2017, our kind and very supportive sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Nisambo Naka, Namaskar, Assalamu Alaikum, Sheshe, Noe Maori, a very good evening to you all. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed for the kind invitation for me to come and be a chief guest at this very important occasion of the graduation of the Leadership Fiji 2017 program participants tonight. It's a pleasure and honor for my wife and I to be here in a room filled with so many talented people, intelligent people with commitment and passion for Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, in all my engagement I ask for background information about the event and the organization that I'll be speaking. And so I seek your indulgence this evening if I will be repeating some of the issues about Leadership Fiji program which you may have heard before. We'll all agree that the development of leaders is fundamental to a nation's well-being and to the creation of a society that is economically, socially, and politically successful. Leaders usually come from specific sectors with significant knowledge in that particular area, but are very limited and sometimes interesting appreciation of the whole social framework of society. For leaders to be truly successful, they should have a positive, caring, and inclusive approach with an inherent understanding of the local dynamics of our beloved Fiji as a small, young, democratic, sovereign nation. In view of this, I commend the Leadership Fiji initiative, which is aimed specifically at assisting our emerging leaders who come together from various sectors to improve and enhance their ability to cope with varying challenges and demands of an ever-changing world so that Fiji reaches its full potential. I commend the vision of Leadership Fiji, which is to develop and enhance the quality of future leaders of Fiji through skills, development, and building relationships characterized by respect, trust, and understanding amongst leaders representing the diverse elements which make up our beloved country. Most importantly, Leadership Fiji encourages participants to take action, as we've heard. Well, to the 2017 participants, I understand that this was in line with what you discussed at your closing retreat in the past weekend, that leadership is an activity and it is not a position. Leadership Fiji is synonymous with taking action in our communities with various projects undertaken by each year group, ranging from environmental projects to social welfare and housing, animal welfare, fire safety and awareness, education, health, financial literacy, and the list goes on. Thank you to all the year groups and alumni of Leadership Fiji for your perseverance and useful contributions to the successful completion of your various projects. Congratulations to Leadership Fiji for maintaining your focus on the values and traits of good leadership and applying them in your families and workplaces. The overall success of the program is evidenced by the growing numbers of participants, which has culminated with the largest intake ever this year, as we've heard. In 16 years, you have established a special alumni of 383 leaders of differing ages, backgrounds, and ethnicities, spanning over a wide range of sectors that make up the fabric of our society. From government to civil society to the private sector, and the many different industries that keep our economy stable, resulting in harmonious social cohesion. The Leadership Fiji program has been highly relevant and most successful. It is encouraging to note that many members of the Leadership Fiji alumni are now in influential positions in organizations locally and abroad, with many of them running successful businesses and new ventures and taking lead roles in national sports teams and administrative positions, as we've heard. It's also encouraging to note that in 16 years, you have maintained successful and long-lasting relationships with your corporate sponsors and supporters, as well as the New Zealand High Commission, that has enabled the program to continue running and indeed grow even stronger. Amanda, please pass out congratulations and thanks to the High Commission. I understand that part of this growth and development of the program is the creation of an annual signature event that will foster increased and continued engagement with our communities by Leadership Fiji program and its alumni. You have begun this with an inaugural series of events this month in partnership with 2015 Australian of the Year Rosie Betty of the Luke Betty Foundation, as we heard from William. I'm encouraged and pleased to note that the theme of your event is creating a movement of change and is focused on the eradication of family violence, particularly against women and children in Fiji, which is an issue of great concern to all right and like-minded Fijians. As President and Head of State, I consider violence against women and children a scourge which must be addressed and remedial actions effected forthwith. Congratulations to you for taking on this challenge, and I wish you all the best with your public symposium, your fundraising dinner, and your alumni summit. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Leadership Fiji program evolves, I appeal to you to strengthen the ideals of inclusivity and the implementation of policies and programs that are of the national interest. Specifically, I ask that you reflect on the path that our country has taken since independence. By learning from our past, it becomes clear that compromise and inclusivity has led to a fair, brighter Fijian future than fear and division. While we all agree that it is part of human nature to have different views and ideologies on certain issues, it is crucial that national leaders are not only inclusive in their efforts to move the nation forward, but that they also consider implementing policies that are in the best interest of the entire nation and not just a select few. In saying this, I implore you to consider and deepen your understanding of the Fijian Constitution of 2013, which provides, among other things, an unprecedented raft of rights to all Fijians without exception. The Constitution also aimed at removing all forms of discriminatory practice. Our increasingly stable and improving economic achievement is one of the many direct results of this inclusive approach, and we have 8 consecutive years of positive economic growth. Just a few days ago, the chairperson of the Macroeconomic Committee and Governor of the Reserve Bank, Mr. Arif Ali, announced a revised economic growth of about 4.2% for this year. This is an upward revision. And Mr. Ali also announced projected economic growth for the next 2 years, making a record of 10 years of economic growth for Fiji. Importantly, as you're all aware, any improvement to a nation's economic growth is based largely on the increased level of confidence from our investors. In Fiji's case, this confidence is premised on the inclusive and non-discriminatory foundations that our Constitution provides. The Constitution empowers our leaders at all levels of society to implement policies that are in the best interest of our people, so ultimately, no one is left behind. I could go on with a host of other reasons why national leaders should be inclusive, but I'm encouraged that many of you here tonight are already leaders in their respective areas of expertise, and that you will appreciate the concept of inclusivity and the implementation of policies that are in the nation's best interests. To the Leadership Fiji 2017 participants graduating tonight, you have reached the end of a personal journey that has resulted in a level of bonding and trust that not many leaders have the good fortune of experiencing. This is enhanced by the fact that you have established these bonds on the basis of self-development, self-reflection, friendship, and most importantly, giving back to your communities and to your country. This is a unique experience, and one that you should treasure for the rest of your lives. Do not forget the leadership values that you have adopted and pledged to keep. Let them be your guide in your leadership journey and your anchor and refuge when things get difficult at times. As you depart after graduating tonight, remember that this is also a new beginning for you. You are now Leadership Fiji alumni. I challenge you to stay together as a team and make the most of your fellowship here in 2018. Continue working on your community projects with the dedication, passion and fun-filled spirit that you have demonstrated this year. Engage with your fellow alumni and be part of an experienced, dedicated and hard-working team. Congratulations to all of you on achieving this milestone, and I wish each and every one of you every success for the future. May Almighty God continue to bless you all and our beloved nation Fiji. Nasavaleu, Dhanyavad, Sukriya, Sheshe Fayeksha.
Pacific Centacom. Farisha Shah. Quinette Naomi Tove, Fijian Teachers Association.
Everybody.